so smooth, I'll tell you. NBA STRAYA, how are you going? How you going? I hope you're all right. It is Tuesday. Oh, God. Who likes a Tuesday? Psychos. That's who. Tuesdays stink. The only reason I usually look forward to a Tuesday is because I'm sitting there doing NFL STRAYA with my buddy Gaz sometimes. But it's the middle of the NFL off-season, so got to spend time with my family instead. Anyway, I'm your host, James Clements. This is NBA STRAYA. Today's show, just a fun one. We're just going to do one for fun, producer Gerald. This will be good. We're in this studio. I'm standing up. I'm walking around. I've just had 2 sushi rolls. Don't know what's going to happen. Just came out of a meeting. How good are meetings? Anyway, let's do some awards. That's right, because the season's done and the play-ins don't start till tomorrow. So I've got to do something. And, you know, I don't have an awards ballot. This might come as a bit of a surprise to everybody, but at the same time. Yeah, we're going to give you an award ballot, Jim, because you just fucking yell really loudly basketball every day. Yeah, thanks. If I was Adam Silver, I'd give me one. Anyway, we'll do all that. We'll go through all the awards, the actual fucking nerd awards, and then we'll do our awards, which will be the cool awards for the cool guys, for the cool dudes. Kids up the back of the bus getting, I don't know, hand jobs. Anyway, we're also going to do some, the Unpopular Opinion of the Day and Outback Takehouse, and then we'll preview those 2 playing games tomorrow. I think I've flipped on the on one of them, so we'll get to that later. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Episode 1075 of NBA STRAYA. It's award season. Let's go.
This is Joe Ingles, and you're listening to NBA STRAYA.
Watch out for the shark attack.
You better watch out for the attack of producer Gerald just smiling whenever I'm just like sitting here grinning like a loon when I get the transition right in the fucking studio. It's pretty good. Anyway, let's do some awards, shall we? From today. But before we do that, we'll do the Team USA, aka we're going to name all of our best dudes, aka the best dudes in the world, aka the team that's going to get beaten by the fucking Boomers. What do you reckon? So Team USA today, we've got 11 dudes sorted. 11. And you're like, oh, yeah, who is it? Are they any good? And they're like, well, it's LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid. I'm like, he's not from the USA. You're taking the piss. Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, Anthony Davis, bam, Adebayo, Anthony Edwards, and Tyrese Halliburton. With another player still yet to be named. Jesus. I mean, they're going to make us work for that fucking gold, I'll tell you that much, but we'll still beat them. Don't worry about that. Look, you can only beat who's in front of you. It doesn't matter that they have like a combined fucking 47 NBA MVPs and 30 million titles and all the scoring things in the world. We might have a Delhi. Maybe. If he makes the team. We've at least got Josh Giddey. Goal. Anyway, let's do it. The NBA awards. I know that everybody's sitting there with bated breath. Just the breath has been baited. You got it on a fishhook. You've thrown it in. Kaplunk. And Jimmy's just reeling it in now. How am I going with my metaphors, Gerald? Fucked? Yeah, fucked. MVP. Pretty straightforward, I think. Everybody is just like, oh, yeah, look, it's been a good year. Yeah, look, SGA was there for a minute. Luka's been bloody good. Yeah, not bad. Nikola Jokic is probably it, though. And it's hard not to give it to the Joker. So we're not going to. Fuck him. We're going to give it to Luka. There you go, you little ripper. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just let me cook. Just let me cook. Jim, it's your own show. Do what the fuck you want, all right? I love the Joker. It is his award. He's going to win. Don't worry about it. This is the NBA STRAYA MVP. Who did I prefer watching? It's probably just Luka. Fuck, he did some whinging this season, though. But the Joker, Jam and Jamal Murray, Aaron Air Gordon, he'd do like 2-3 things a game where you're like, that's just fucking insane. What are you doing? Love it. At the same time, there's like such a sheer lack of joy in what he does. Now, one of my favorite bands of all time, I've got a tattoo on the inside of my arm, The Hold Steady. There is so much joy in what we do here. That's what they're all about. There's so much joy in just bringing people together, doing what we do. Nikola Jokic doesn't like basketball. He's like, it's my job. He's like fucking Gerald. He's like, I hate NBA. I hate gym, but I'm here. Like, I'm fucking working. Joker is like, I wish I was riding behind a horse right now. I just wish I was in one of those weird little buggies, just looking at horses. He's on his phone looking at horses. He's just fucking all about horses. He's like, yes, I play basketball for a job. It's not bad. Luka Doncic seems to actually fucking enjoy basketball. And there's a lot more joy in what he does. He's like, just fuck that guy up. Did you see that? Check out this fucking step back three that I'm going to drop over this dipshit. Fucking bang! He's like, he and Kyrie have been such a fantastic marriage, I think, for that exact point. Kyrie, as much of an absolute giant fuckwit that he might be, is a hell of a basketball player. Luka, the Slovenian Andrew Gaze, same sorts of vibes. I fucking love it. So I'm just going to give it to Luka. I don't fucking care. You can listen to all your nerds. Oh, Jokic this, Jokic that. He's the fucking best player on the planet. I'm not denying it. Luka is way more fucking fun. SGA comes third. Going to give it to Giannis at 4. And at number 5, we're going Jalen Brunson. That's right. Put a banner up, Knicks fans. Jalen Brunson came 5th in the NBA STRAYA MVP voting. Rookie of the year, that's easy. It's Wembanyama. Actually had block all his shots. 3.6 blocks a game. Not bloody bad. You might remember on the first show of this season, we were like, yep, Wemby's going to lead the league in blocks. Guess what? Who did? Don't look up who I said was Rookie of the Year, though, Gerald, because I said Chet. It wasn't. I just expected Wemby, because he's like a 7'20" fucking French freak, to actually break down at just any point. The thing is, his physiology fits. Like, it's awesome. Like, everything sort of just works. He's a weird-looking alien dude, but it's all in proportion, even though it's all gangly and shit, you know what I'm saying? Chet's the same. The both of them stayed healthy the entire time. It's like a modern fucking medical miracle. I love it. Thing is, Wemby was just so fucking good all season. At like by the All-Star break, I'm like, yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye to that money that we had on Chet for the Rookie of the Year. Oh, well. Chet comes second. Spindles Miller comes third. He came on really, really strong in that last third of the season playing for a Charlotte team that went, fuck, we've got no one good. You, rookie, play more. Steve Clifford hates rookies. That's probably why he was shit in the first half of the season. But at the same time, it's sort of that approach sometimes works where it's like, look, I fucking hate rookies. Fuck you. And the rookie's like, yes, sir. Oh, God, I better be good for coach or he's going to kick my ass. And then Spindles Miller was really fucking good in the last third because, A, Steve Clifford was out of a job anyway. But he's like, all right, you've learned enough, rookie. Off you go. And Miller was fucking great. God, he was good. He's like the second coming of, I don't know, a combination of Brandon Spindles Ingram, obviously, but also Kevin Durant and some of the shit that he does. He's good. If LaMelo Ball can stay on his fucking feet, God, they're going to be fun-ish to watch at some point. Number 4, Jaime Jaquez. Number 5, Amen Thompson. It is one of my long-held beliefs with NBA twins, Gerald, that if you combine their powers, they'd actually be like the greatest player of all time. Amen and Orsar Thompson have a bit of that, but at the same time, they're weirdly enough the same player as well. Like, they're both shit at shooting. Like, they're both fucking weapons when it comes to everything else. They can't shoot a lick. It's weird. It's like, did you both come out of the fucking womb not being able to shoot? Who was playing defense in the drive? They're like, both of us. It's like, it's weird. Robin and Brook Lopez, you combine them, you've got the best center in the last 15 years. Robin couldn't fucking score. Brook couldn't play defense for the first 10 years of his life, well, of his NBA life, and now he can. But anyway, goes on and on. Markeith and Marcus Morris, that was always weird because I think Markeith was the good one for a bit, and then it was Mook Morris who was good for the second half of their career. My point is that they actually just swapped places. Gerald, do you like that? They just went, Markeith was like probably playing in fucking Phoenix, and Marcus is like stuck somewhere in Detroit. He's like, all right, we're switching. I want to be warm. And Markeith's like, God damn it. Well, let's do it. They definitely do that. Don't worry about that. Most improved player of the year, Jalen Williams. Tyrese Maxey was like the favorite for this. I'm like, he was fucking awesome last year. Shut up, idiots. Jesus. Kobe White. I love Kobe White. You know that. I just like saying Kobe all the time. But he was fantastic for the Bulls this year. He comes a close second. And Kuminga, Johnny Cumbucket comes third. Tough one for everyone out there. There's some pretty good, interesting names out there for most improved, but they're my top 3. Defensive player of the year, we're going to give that to Rudy Gobert. Zestafa Tower. He's going to win his 4th, equaling our man, Dikembe Mutombo, with the finger wag. That's why you got to watch the YouTube. I do the finger wag with the broken finger. It's actually just wobbling back to side to side. 4, I think he equals Ben Wallace as well as Dikembe Mutombo for most all time with that. Number 2, the most unheralded defender in the NBA. That would be Bam Adebayo. All he does is helm a year in, year out, incredibly tough, awesome defense. Undersized and without too many other plus defenders on his fucking team. He's doing everything. He is all communication. He does it all. Jimmy Butler, good defender when he fucking tries, but the rest of it's like, Bam is just the fucking quarterback of that defense. Well, he'd be like, I don't know, the play calling linebacker. But he's fantastic and he gets absolutely no credit for that. AD comes third because he was fucking awesome for the Lakers all season. My pick for this before the season was Evan Mobley, and he missed a month, 6 weeks. He can't really quite qualify, and he wasn't really that good at times, but they did have a pretty good defense when he was up and about next to go-the-throw Jared Allen. But then I wanted to see way more spectacular shit from Mobley. You know who did some spectacular shit this year? Rudy. Wemby probably comes in fourth because I think the entire idea is like, but Jim, he blocked a lot of shots. I'm like, yeah, he blocked a lot of shots, but his team was fucking shit and gave up 120 points a game. I can't get you in my top 3 of the defensive player of the year if your team's giving up 120 fucking points. It's just not rocket surgery. Sixth man of the year, Naz Reid. But Jim, what about Malik Monk? Yep. He also missed, the last 3-4 weeks of the season. Naz Reid was fan-fucking-tastic for, the 3 seed in the West. And I think it has a tougher role when you come in as the big man behind Kat and Rudy Gobert on those Wolves. Whereas Malik Monk, this is the weird thing about six-man. It's basically like, we're going to give this award to the guy who comes off the bench and scores the most. That's not what you should all just be doing as a six-man. Naz Reid does a little bit of everything. He scores, he plays defense, he's a fucking badass. I love him. Can you tell? But Malik Monk comes in and just like, hey, I'm like Lou Williams and Jamal Crawford, i.e. the 6 men's of all time, and just throws up shots. He was really fucking good this year, but Naz Reid gets the nod. The other one, I want to give it to Dante Exum. I just don't think he played enough because every time he came on, they won. It's like the Mavs ruled because of Dante Sexum up Exum, a.k.a. Kangaroo Kobe. But, I mean, Tim Hardaway, the lesser, he shot like shit all season. I don't know. It's like, in terms of 6 men, it's like really very, very thin on the ground, I think, this year. You had a sort of a bit of a case there for Emmanuel Quickley for a bit. Peyton Pritchard, obviously, with the Celtics, which is pretty funny. Cam Thomas, though, is probably the one who comes third for me. Just because he came in. He is the Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams. Hey, I've got the ball. I'm shooting it. Shut up. Hey, do you want to pass the ball to me, Cam? No. That's how he rolls. Coach of the year is Mark Dagan for Oklahoma City. Joey Muzz and Chris Finch are 2-3. I'll probably give Finchy number 2. Joey Muzz. I'm still, man. Jimmy, fuck, I love you, man. Jimmy, fuck, I love you, man. Do you want to come watch The Town with me, bro? Fuck, I love you, bro. You can come watch The Town with me every time if you're going to pull me in my top 3. I'm not convinced he's a good coach, but his team won 1 million fucking games. So here we are. You could also throw Tibbs in there. He took the fucking Knicks to the 2 seed. They won 50 games. Game 82, he's playing them into overtime to make sure they get the 2 seed, which might not be good because they probably could end up playing fucking Philly in the first round or Miami, which is actually way worse than probably playing Indy or like Orlando. But good job, Tibbs. Clutch player of the year, give this one to, look, it's either DeMar DeRozan or SGA for my mind because SGA, every time that the Oklahoma City Thunder got into a close game, it seemed like he was hitting some sort of game winner. And DeMar DeRozan there, all the Bulls did was just win close games whenever they played them this year. So he was awesome. Just imagine if he played for a team that fucking mattered. And Steph Curry, it's just give him 3rd place in the clutch player of the year each year because why not? Because, I mean, he's Steph. It's fun. NBA STRAYA awards. Who was the biggest legend of the year, Jim? Who did I enjoy watching the most? Well, Jingling Joe Engels is right there. Just doing some crazy shit. Patty Mills, he barely played, I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you who I enjoyed watching the most. It was, for the first half of the season, Tyrese Halliburton. Every time he did something, he was fucking off his head until he got hurt before the All-Star game and obviously had to host the All-Star game in Indy, was carrying an injury like the back half of the season and shit like that. And aside from that, biggest legend of the year, it's probably Ant-Man. Like, every time he touches the ball, Gerald, you're like, here we go. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be probably fucking sick. I'm fascinated to see how he goes in the playoffs, though. But this year, he gave us, like, the Ja Morant, Russell Westbrook class of get out the fucking road, I'm a dunk on you. Like, that is just some legendary shit. I fucking love it. And biggest legend of the year, you could actually just give it to LeBron because he's had one of those years again when he's 39. And it's the sort of shit where you go, Yeah, back in my day, there's a bloke named LeBron James. He played to his fucking 40s, and Jesus Christ, even at 39, he was still putting up 28, 7 and 5 every bloody night. Like, that's exactly what we just saw. And it's wildly underrated how fucking good he still is. It's stupid. So he's only got the most points in fucking all of NBA history. It's pretty good. And what did he create yesterday? Like the fucking 40-11-11 club? 40,000 points, 11,000 rebounds, 11,000 assists. Fucking take it the piss, mate. Just imagine if his TV show was any good. Or if Space Jam 2 had been fucking not shit. Anyway, biggest dickhead of the season. It's the Draymond Green Award for the Draymond Green Dickhead of the Year Award that is going to, in a surprise twist, Draymond Green! There it is. He's the biggest dickhead of the year. What's that over there, bro? Is that a fucking big European guy? I'm going to fucking tear his head off. He just reminds me of like every sort of lunatic that I grew up seeing around the streets, the hard streets of Ballarat. Just the ones that would be just muttering to themselves and like, I don't know, your uncle would be coming out of the pub and they'd swing at him and you're like standing there as a 7-year-old going, what just happened? Why is my uncle beating the shit out of some dude? Like the guy who took the first swing is Draymond. That's how it goes. Pat Bev comes in close second and Miles Bridges just because he's a piece of shit. Worst team of the year. Who did you least enjoy watching this year, Jim? That would be the Brooklyn Shit Nets. That's their full name, the Brooklyn Shit Nets. The Charlotte Hornets, Shit Nets as well. That checks. Yeah, that works. Why not? Shit Nets. Doesn't work quite as well. The Charlotte Shit Nets were very bad all year. Because, like, I brought this up time and time through the season. The way that Memphis played. If half the fucking, like, teams in the middle of the standings played as hard as fucking Memphis did, they would have been, like, if Brooklyn played as hard as Memphis did, they would be in the playoffs ahead of Atlanta, shit like that. Because Memphis played fucking hard. They went through 33 different players. It's 2 different teams worth of players. You have 15 players on an active NBA roster. They played 33 dudes this season. They basically sat an entire fucking roster over there because they were so injured. And they still played their ass off. So that's pretty fucking cool. That actually takes me to the toughest luck of the year award. It goes to Memphis. Like, no shit. They lose Ja Morant, bang, bang, Morant. Out there punching kids. I mean, they copped it from every fucking angle and they played their asses off and then got the tick of approval right at the end of the season by signing Jack White. Good on him. And the final other, back to the worst team of the year award, watching Detroit this year was basketball malpractice. Like Monty Williams having his head just so firmly far up his ass to go, hang on a second, who the fuck is that? And everybody's like, Monty, that's last year's lottery pick, Jaden Ivey. He's like, can he play basketball? It's like, well, yes, Monty. He was like the 5th or 6th pick last year. Monty Williams was like, fuck it. Until like January, February even. It's like, fucking hell, this guy's getting paid a shit ton of money to be dumb. Great job, Monty Williams. That's what I get, I think, as well. Biggest spud of the year. Now, this one's actually a statistically based one, Gerald. This is great. Sam Hauser's 1 of 18 shooting, as we've broken down before. Going 0 from 3 to that degree is hilarious. You also had the 0 for 3 was the 0 for 15 the other day from downtown on the 6 of 26 for Delano Banton. Both records. Absolutely love that. 1 of 18. I love the idea of going 1 of 18. You've missed all 9 of your shots in the first half. You're like, fucking, don't worry about this. Second half, here we fucking go. Hits the first shot of the second half, then misses another 9. That's just unbelievable gear. You love it. But the ones that went 0 for this year, we sort of tracked this all through the season, right? So the 0 of 12s was the record this year. Malachi Flynn, after he scored 50, he scored 51 game, turns around and goes 0 for 12 the next. That is just legendary shit. He should have been a legend of the year. Sadiq Bey, Big Deke Bey, 0 of 12, and Aaron Air Gordon went 0 of 12 as well. 0 of 11s, we've got Malik Monk and Cam Thomas, 6 men of the year. 0 of 10, we got James Fat Man Hoop, Clan, Harden popping off, Anthony Penny Simons, T-Man, and George the Minibus Niang going 0 of 12. But so those are the biggest Spud performances of the year. Who were the ones who actually were just like real fucking big Spuds all season? There's a very easy corollary here where you can go worst true shooting percentage as long as they've played over 50 games and they've averaged over 15 points a game. So that just basically means you're shit. but you shoot a lot, but you shit. So this is like the fucking Hall of Fame of Spuds. It's Jordan Jeremy Clarkson, Jordan Poole, Kelly Oubre. God, I love the Sixers fans and dealing with Kelly Oubre. Jaden Ivey, the aforementioned Jaden Ivey. Oh, but Jim, you were just shit-talking Monty Williams. Yeah, but he can still fucking play. Anyway, Jalen Green, my much-hated nemesis from fantasy this year. Ah, what a kick in the dick he was all season until right when I didn't need him, he was awesome. You're fucked, mate. Vooch, he's the only big man on this list as well. The rest of them are all just gunning guards, right? Cade Cunningham, Paolo Banchero. He's more of a forward, obviously, but still right there. Kuzma, another forward. Spindles, Miller. Actually, these are all... So the first ones are all guards, and then the rest are all fucking forwards, apparently. Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr., another forward, and Cam Thomas. So they're all with the worst true shooting percentages in the NBA while averaging over 15 points a game and playing more than 50 games. Not bad. But finally, my real MVP. Who did you want to most smash a beer with this season? It's a pretty short list. I love the idea of having beers with Brandon Podemski and just going, tell us what Draymond's really like. Has he ever tried to punch you in the fucking head? Like, what would happen? Like, I mean, you're not getting paid like Jordan Poole is. Like, do you just want to shit talk him just every so often and go, what are you going to do? Hit me like Jordan Poole, you fuckhead? We'll see what happens then. Because you know what's going to happen to you. You're going to get fucking shit fired. Fuck off, dickhead. Have a go, you fucking man. Come on. You know, that sort of shit. I would do that in a heartbeat. It would be funny as fuck. But Podemski also hits me as like the dude who you take him to the bar, you're like having a couple of beers. He's already tuned up like 3 Sheilas over there, and he's come back with like a tray of fucking shots, and you're like, this guy's always fucking rocker. I love it. Joel Embiid. I think he's made this list before because I feel like he's a good hang. It's like he loves his Shirley Temples, Gerald. He's like hanging out in America. He's played in Kentucky for like a year, and he's just like hanging out, rehabbing his fucking leg. He's like, I love Shirley Temples. It's like, that's a lot of sugar, dude. For a big dude like that, that's a lot of sugar. Anyway, not honourable mention. Who do I want to get a beer with? Well, I'm over 18 and a dude, so I'm okay with Josh Giddey, I guess. Safe, maybe? Perhaps. Goal. But it's got to be Jock Landale. He has been probably the surprise awesome, like, to be honest, it feels like I've had beers with Jock Landale because I've met dudes from the country and Geelong. So he's just definitely got a vibe. Like I feel like the season just finished. When we do the Gameday Baller Gameday Twitter check-in, Jock Landale's been one of the dudes where he like loves his dog, loves his missus, loves tins, loves basketball. I'm like, good hang. Good fucking hang. Klay Thompson used to be on this list. I think he's just gotten a bit dickish this year as well. Other ones, you'd sort of want to just like plumb the depths of KD and go, do you ever wish you never fucking left OKC, you dickhead? He'd be like, yeah, I really do. You'd get him like 9 beers deep and he'd be like, yeah, the titles weren't worth it. 2 finals MVPs, 2 championships. Like, yeah, but fuck. I just feel dirty inside. Luka would obviously be a great one too, because I feel like he just partied all the way through last off-season during the World Cup and shit. Played for Slovenia with all his mates. Got on the tins and went, oh, fuck, I got to work. NBA, shit. And like came into the season like, oh, I'll play myself into shape. She'll be right. What a legend. Also, his mum's hot. All right, all NBA first team. Fucking hell. First team, this is easy. Jokic just averaged a lazy 26.5 points, 12.5 rebounds, 9 assists. He'll win the MVP. That's fine. Luka, 34, 9, and 10. Fuck you. Those numbers are insane. SGA, averaged over 35.5 rebounds, 6 assists as well. He was fucking awesome. Led them to a 1 seed. That's why I ended up as my 3 in the MVP as well. Giannis, over 30 points a game, 11.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists. Weird season, though, for Giannis, but he was just still so fucking dominant statistically. And, like, you sort of think about how bad the Bucks would have been with just Dame. Like, Dame basically had that in Portland, and they were shit. He had Giannis this time, and they should have been a 2 seed, but they kept tripping over themselves and replaced their coach halfway through the season with the worst coach. Anyway, Jason Tatum, 27 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists as well. I've got Tatum ahead of Brunson, who I had in my top 5 MVPs, because I feel like Tatum, from a team perspective, All-NBA, deserves the nod. Brunson was awesome. He's going to be my first guard on the second team, 28.7 points, 6.7 assists, 3.6 rebounds, made the New York Knicks relevant. He should win MVP just for that. Fucking hell. Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, averaged a lazy 26, 5 and 5. Walking highlight film. It's like there's like the book that I read for the Squids, the ABC of basketball legends. Gerald's like, no shit, dickhead. Yeah, I get that one. And so the first squid number 1, he's like, he sees you do the L, and he's like, Larry Bird. It's like, yep. But one of the other ones is like just sort of explaining how half man, half amazing, right? Vince Carter and like Dominic Wilkins, the human highlight reel and shit like that. Like, I feel like Ant-Man will be that for him. He's 5. This is going to be awesome. So I love Ant-Man. Kawhi Leonard shot 50, 40, 90, basically 68 games, was a weapon all season. Came close to sort of not making my second team because he only played the 68 games, and everybody sort of played a little bit more this year, which was kind of nice, but it still averaged a lazy 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 3.5 assists, and played basically the best defense of any perimeter player in the game. Anthony Davis, 76 games as well. The basketball playing pterodactyl, 25, 12, and 4 he averaged. Kevin Durant, he's got to be on there too. 27 points, doesn't look like he enjoys playing with the Phoenix Suns, and again, guess what? Sucked in, dickhead. This is what you wanted. So, made your bed, you shit in it, now you get to lie in it. Sucked in. It's like Gerald after a few tins. Oh, settle down. Third team, Steph Curry, only 40% from 3 this year. I tossed up between Steph and Maxey because like their stats are basically the same. Steph obviously shot better from 3. Maxey had, I feel like, a bigger, more responsible role this year, and then Steph was pretty shit. As I've said time and time again, my theory is that after that shooting competition with Sabrina Ionescu, it just fucked up his shot. This is why you don't go in the home run derby in the old MLB. Bang! So Steph's a little bit off the, he's a little bit cooked. It's going to be interesting to see how they go in the play-in. Jaylen Brown made it, though. Jaylen Brown was 23, 5 and 4. LeBron, he's 39 and averaging a 26, 7 and 8. Fucking just come on, mate. What are you doing? Paul George, I've thought about switching him and Kawhi, but Paul George will go through patches where he was really good. He'd also have patches where he was shit. So Kawhi was much more sort of just like straight and level. He still averaged 22.5 points, 5.2 rebounds, 3.5 assists, shot 47%. Paul George was good. Then, do I want to have the Souvlaki King or do I want Booker? This all comes down to whether or not I want my all-NBA teams to look like an NBA team, and I kind of do. So we're going the Suva. Sorry, Devin Booker, you fucking weirdo-looking dude. Yeah, Booker averaged 27 points, 4.5 rebounds, 7 assists, and drop 50 every so often. And we'd be like, hey, guess what? I might score another 60 today. And you're like, who likes you? Like, who was like, Devin Booker is my favorite player. He got double teamed by the Wolves yesterday. He's like, I need an adult. And threw the ball to KD. Suva averaged had a fucking double-double basically every game of the season. 19.4 points, 13.7 rebounds, 8.2 assists. We all know that the proof is in the playoff pudding when it comes to the Souvlaki King, but at the same time, this is the regular season. Fuck it. He's going on my team. So, honorary mentions is Tyrese, Zion, Foxy, Darren Fox, Diazza, Kyrie, Wemben, Yama, Balabankaro. Jalen Williams came surprisingly close. Obviously, bam, Adebayo and Devin Booker. Defensive teams, these are a bit weird. Suggs, Herb Jones, Johnny Isaac, Bam, and Rudy. Then Wemby, Giroux, Derek White, Dyson Daniels, and Josh Green. We're just going to throw Aussies on that one. All rookie teams, Jaime Jaquez, Amen Thompson, Brandon Spindles, Miller, Chet, and Wemby. Easy because that's your top 5 from before. The second team was a bit interesting, though. Keontae George ahead of Scoot Henderson. Keontae George was awesome. Just no one paid attention because he's playing in fucking Utah. Pods, my good mate Pods. I love him. GG Jackson, loved him. Derek Lively, and doo-wop, bop-bop, doo-wop, shibba-dop-bop, doo-wop. Doo-wop Wreath, a.k.a. the Grim Reether, a.k.a. the Rim Reether, a.k.a. the Great Barrier Reef. The Aussie. Trace Jackson Davis and Allstar Thompson just miss out. Right. There you go. Let's take a quick break. Do some ENRs. That was a lot of shit talking in a very short amount of time. I need a break to drink from my coffee mug and talk some ENRs right after, let's say, this.
This is Cam Glidden.
This is Anthony Drimmick.
This is Mitch McCarron.
This is Jason Kadee.
This is Daryl McDonald.
Hey guys, this is Hugh Greenwood.
Yo, what's going on? This is Illy.
This is Mark Worthington. or commonly known as Wortho, and you're listening to NBA STRAYA.
You listen to NBA STRAYA.
And you're listening to NBA STRAYA.
And you're listening to NBA
And you're listening to
STRAYA.
NBA STRAYA.
You're listening to NBA STRAYA.
And you're listening to NBA STRAYA.
You're listening to NBA STRAYA.
Oh, yeah, let's do some Unpopular brought to you by the NBA STRAYA shop. Get your merch, get your merch. Get a coffee mug, just like this one. Or a t-shirt, just like this one. You've got to be watching the YouTube for that to make any sense, because, yeah, I'm drinking from a coffee mug that has had NBA STRAYA all over it and wearing a t-shirt. Yes, that's what we're doing. It's the choice of a new generation. Let's do some Unpopular, very simply and very easily. Does anyone else have a chance against this Team USA? Yeah, nah. Not if they play up to their fucking ability. I mean, it's literally a fucking all-NBA, like it's two all-NBA teams rolled into one. You're taking the piss. But we've seen that approach fail before. It hasn't failed for the last 4 Olympics, but still. It could now. Like since 2008 Beijing, basically, they've just gone, right, we're taking the Olympics seriously. Everything else can fuck off, but the Olympics, we're fucking keyed in on. It will be fun, though, because you've got KD, you've got LeBron, you've got Steph. The Joel Embiid thing, you're taking the fucking piss. Just get your own center. He's from Cameroon. And if he's not from Cameroon, he's from France. Like, what? Just go get Wembanyama. To be honest, if you get fucking Joel Embiid, Australia, I think this one got thrown out maybe by Goxie. It's like, yeah, if you get fucking Embiid, then we get Jason Tatum because his dad coaches in the NBL. Like, fucking yes, mate. We'll take Tatum. He'd be a nice addition to our front court. I don't know if you start him over Jingles, though. Anyway, it is an imposing 11 so far. It is. But there's always a chance. You know? Delhi, just fucking let him loose onto his old mate LeBron. Rah! Away he goes. Is it more fun with the Lakers and the Warriors actually winning through the play-ins to make the playoffs? Yeah, nah. Ahead of the Pelicans and the Sacramento Kings? 2 tiny little fucking fan bases? Yeah, nah. I mean, nah, because it's not fun for me. It's way more fun to pick shit on fucking the Warriors and Lakers fans if they do miss out. But it does at least extend fun conversations about Steph and LeBron and the Warriors and Lakers at least through the first round, right? Those will be very tiresome fucking conversations, but they will be conversations. The play-ins. Is this one of the greatest inventions in the history of the NBA? Yeah, nah, yes. Every time. The fact that we now go to 20 teams out of 30, 2/3 of the entire fucking league get a crack at the postseason. It's a bit squirrely, but it's fucking cool because it's worked as intended, right? So you think about the tanking teams this year. It was also more that they were just kind of shit, more than they were purposefully tanking. Then you got the likes of Toronto and Utah going, oh, yeah, I guess we just better fucking tank because we're actually also a bit shit now because of injuries. It makes sense rather than like in years past where you're like, oh, God, I don't think we're that good today. Let's just fucking tank and blow shit up and just stink on purpose. So the smoothing out of the lottery odds and the play-in has just kept the fucking end of the season. And this is why I always take a little bit of just a bit of grief every time someone's like, oh, yeah, it's just a slog the back half of the season. No, it's not. That was fun as fuck. Saturday and Monday, where you had all the teams playing at once on both Saturday morning and then Monday morning, was great. Because there was heaps of shit still up for grabs. And if you can't see that, blow it out your ass. What are you doing? Dan Josh has sent in a good one. Yeah, nah. You can't decide what would be a more obvious result for their franchise and fans. The Knicks giving hope to their fans by securing this 2 seed only to be bundled out by Embiid Sixers, or the Sixers giving hope to their fans by getting Embiid back for the playoffs only to be bundled out by an undermanned Knicks team. Yeah, nah, look, the Knicks is way funnier. Like, it's like, we're the fucking 2 seed, and then they get stuck with Embiid and the Sixers and get, like, rolled. It's like, it's the classic Knicks. You brought up our hopes and dashed them quite expertly. Hey, I'm walking here. That's how it actually goes. Dan then did add, though, I think the obvious answer is the Kings to shit the bed in the fourth quarter, giving up a double-digit lead to lose the play to the Warriors. That is the ding, ding, ding correct answer because what have I said all fucking season? The most dangerous lead in the NBA is the Kings up by 20 because they're gonna lose every time. Unpopular opinion of the day. Yeah, look, I think it is that God bless the Pelicans and Zion and the Sacramento Kings, Fox and Sabonis. I love them. You know that. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Unpopular opinion of the day. There is no chance that Adam Silver, yes, Jimmy, I'm going to definitely rig these games to make sure that the Warriors make it in to the 8th seed. That's exactly what's going to happen. Because then you're going to have OKC versus Golden State. Adam Silver's going to be fucking raking in loads of cash. He's going, we've got a media deal coming up just around the corner. There is no way I let fucking New Orleans or Sacramento into the goddamn playoffs this year. I need those ratings. Maybe he's like a ratings vampire. Like that's instead of blood, looks like a vampire anyway. But yeah, he just subsists on like trying to juice ratings. Checks out. All right, what about the unpopular opinion? Wait, that was the unpopular opinion. What do I do now? Outback Takehouse. It's Tuesday? Outback. Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday at Outback. You know what that means? Well, I took both the squids to both daycare and school this morning. Cricket bats out the side. Bang, 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 bang. Magpie wings as far as the eye could see. Brought them home. Chucked them on the grill. Boom. Flame grilled magpie wings. Only at Outback. And today's flame grill take is, I already mentioned it earlier, but you know what what the MVP should be about? Not the fucking stuff that's going on the court. I don't care if fucking Joker's throwing behind the head fucking passes and shit like that. He'd rather be spending time with his horsies. Give me Luka for your MVP or fuck off. Only at Outback. It makes the game fun. To be honest though, it's more about like he stopped a lot of the whinging in the second half of the season. Like it was so fucking painful. I reckon around All-Star, right? After All-Star, he'd sort of have like this wry fucking grin on his face. He's like, oh, I fucking saw that. You're a dickhead ref, but in Slovenian. So it's like fucking and away we go, right? He's just saying in Slovenian. And he just had this wry grin on his face, like, you're taking the piss. You're taking the piss and fucking have some friends back home, take care of you, man. And away he'd go. Whereas in the first half of the season, he was just getting in his own fucking head and just bitching and moaning himself out of the game. So anyway, right. Let's do some game previews. Game previews. Game previews. Thanks, Inadvertent Bane. Not a problem, Jim. How's it all going? Oh, good. Let's do that Paddy Mills Game Day Baller Game Day Twitter check-in, actually, just really quick with the Jock Landau bit. Because I did see him pop up before, and it was very good. This is the segment where Jim gets his phone out and looks through it. There it is. That's a good one. Dante, love you. Oh, that's good. What's that from? Oh, there's his missus. Jesus Christ. Slow down there, Jock. Not bad. Got to make sure you've got that locked down on the old Landaus. There we go. That's the post. A season of highs and lows. Learned a lot this year. Proud of us for getting that 41st win and much more. Time for some R&R, then into the Olympics preparations. Let's fucking go, you dogs. What a legend. I told you, Gerald. Let's fucking go, you dogs. I fucking love Jock Landau. All right. Anyway, the game previews for tomorrow. We have Lakers at Pelicans. Pelicans, I should actually check these odds because these were what I had yesterday. My pick yesterday was the Pelicans plus 1.5, but I broke it down a little bit more. And I've landed with the Lakers because the size of the Pelicans doesn't scare them at all, right? Between AD, LeBron, Rui, Hachimura, and Co. It's now a half point in favor of the Lakers. So it's moved a point. I'm taking the Lakers now at the minus a half point. Because I think, they've beaten them 5 of the last 6, which is a lot. LeBron is not afraid of the Pelicans. You've got him in one game. My only qualm is that they just throw this because they don't want to play Denver in the 2-7 matchup. They go, fuck this. We'd rather just kick the fuck out of the Warriors in the 8-seed game. But that's also really dumb because you don't want to play the Warriors in a fucking win or go home game. That's just stupid. So win this, deal with Denver next round. Lakers won this by 16 on Monday. They got the 8 seed. They send the Pelicans down to 7. LeBron's a tough matchup for everybody, but he fucking loves playing against the Pelicans. He's averaged 28, 6, and 12 against them this year alone. He's had over 30 twice. He's just like, fucking do not care who you're trying to guard me with. Kapow! AD against his old team, same sort of vibes. He had 30 and 10, I think, last time out. So I think 30 plus for AD is easy. 25, 5, and 10 for LeBron. CJ McCollum might have a bit of a field day against some of these defenders for the Lakers. It's like, do you match him up with Austin Reeves or D'Lo? Herb Jones is a bit of an offensive non-threat, but he can still hit a couple of threes here and there. So you've at least got a good defensive wing, but I think LeBron's too big for Herb. Probably too big and thick for Spindles Ingram as well. And then you got Zion going, what do I do? Fuck, who do I guard? Do I have to guard LeBron? Oh, this sucks. So Zion had 12, 8, and 8 on Monday, had a rough one. He and Spindles have not figured out how to play together. And because he's back and healthy, I'm actually, weirdly enough, going to go not with the Pelicans and go with the Lakers. They're 18 and 22 against the line on the road, the Lakers, but the Pelicans aren't much chop at home against the line anyway. So Lakers to win this one. I think it'll be pretty close, but I think they sort of don't stress it out too much and, win in New Orleans. The size and experience is just a little bit too much for, I reckon, the Pels. Golden State, Sacramento. The Warriors have actually moved out to 2.5-point favorites as well, and I'm going to go that again. Of the two, I probably trust of the two winners, right? So I probably trust the Warriors more to beat the Kings because the Kings without Malik Monk and Kevin fucking Huerta, the Ginger Ninja, just lack that scoring now, right? It's a lot of Keegs, Murray. It's a lot of Harrison Barnes, Black Falcon, and the Souvlaki King. We know that he struggles in the playoffs. We know that Draymond eats his lunch. It's just going to suck. You know that Draymond's probably going to fucking try and rip his head off at some point too, right? He's like, oh, I'm just so angry. He's an Eastern European big man. Ah! And fucking runs after him. He's carrying a machete out of nowhere. You're like, where the fuck did he get the machete? And run, Suva, run! But you still got Steph matched up against Fox. Steph dropped 41 on them earlier this season. He loves torching fucking Fox and co. He's averaged 31 points against them this season in 4 games. They have split the matchup. They're 2-2 this season, home and away, both of them. This went 7 in the first round last year with the Warriors eventually winning. So they're not afraid of playing in Sacramento. The problem is they've also been pretty shit at home, but they're on the road. So they just have to win this one. I think the Warriors get it done. I feel much more confident in this one. Look, if there was one team that's going to blow the pick out of the Lakers, Pelicans, Warriors, Kings, it's probably the Lakers because the Pelicans come out of nowhere and hit a fuck ton of threes. Najee Marshall and Trey Murphy and fucking CJ McCollum are just knocking in threes out of nowhere. You're like, where the fuck did this come from? But I feel pretty good about the Warriors, so that's where we're good. I think Steph, 30 plus, 5 plus made threes. Klay Thompson probably throws in 4 threes there too as well. Fox to 25 plus. Warriors cover the line, and there you go. That's going to be bloody good. That is going to be really bloody good. And that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow to wrap up those 2 games because it's the bloody play-in. It's not the playoffs. It's the play-ins. 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 Can't wait. I just need basketball back. Fucking good. I'm jonesing for it, Gerald. What is going on? Didn't have basketball today. I'm like, what do I do with my hands? What do we do? Just fucking... Anyway. So that's it for today. Back tomorrow. We'll wrap all that up for you. Make sure you're following NBA STRAYA on Twitter, Facey IG, all that good shit as well. Get around the AFL Today show as well. We're doing lots of fun stuff there. Smash that on your podcast apps. Also on YouTube as well. You can see my smiley face talking all things AFL footy. Fucking love footy. NFL STRAYA with myself and Gaz as well. I actually spoke to Gaz yesterday, trying to get some shit sorted because we've got the draft in, a week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever. Still have no idea what the fucking Pats are going to do. God damn it. But get around the other shows as well. Cricket Today podcast, Football Today podcast, hold all tickets. Check us a rating review for all of those on Apple Podcasts. No more Google Podcasts. How weird is that? It's fucking weird. YouTube Music. That's what it is. Google Podcast, Spotify. Wait, I just said Google Podcast. What an idiot. Spotify, all that sort of shit. Away you go. Whatever app you use on your weird Android phones as well. Find them. AFL Today Show, NBA STRAYA, NFL STRAYA, all the other shit. Get right around it. Smash NBASTRAYA.com/shop. Get your merch, You can get an awesome coffee mug like this one. Old mate loves it. She was like, this is fucking awesome. Because on the inside it's white. So she can see where she's pouring it to. I'm like, you've got a very low bar, obviously, for being impressed. Just look at me. Come on, Gerald, you meant to laugh at that one. Fuck, anyway. Big thanks go to From Oslo for the intro and outro song. Check out their new band, House Hats, as well as Joshua De Laurentiis, Fascinator, Gold Mines, Ramshackle Army, Iowa, Sex Jedi, Green, and Dozers. They're behind all the tunes you hear throughout the show. Smash them all on what? Bandcamp, Triple J and Earth, Facey, Apple Music, Spotify, all that good shit. Support Australian bands, because NBA STRAYA does. So should you. All right, that's it for today's show. We will catch you tomorrow. Remember, in the meantime, look after yourselves, would you dickheads? And later, Hudson. Play-ins! Woo!